Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Today, we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Here's the return from inside the 25. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're... Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield.
The throw.
And he's brought down after a nice... This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. The kickoff team out there getting set. They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across it when he ran back into his own end zone. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's...
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
and it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better, you know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchup.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to...
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Takes it inside the 25. Chance for great field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Gonna need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're gonna watch this tape, and it's gonna hurt because you're gonna watch it with the coaches, and you're gonna see the mess-ups and all the things you...
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Running the daylight from inside his 25. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing with one arm behind your back. You got all guns blazing.
A collision, and he stopped at the... Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
Receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger...
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix. On offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off play action. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Buys a little time with his feet. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's good. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
And the offense
Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Dan.
He's going to take a shot right away. And the DB right with him to knock it away. This offense has a second down play.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away.
Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And here comes the punt team. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Flips it out to the back. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And here comes the offense on second down. Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Dances away to buy time. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's good. And the returner will be brought down.
And the offense will take over.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Offense in an empty set. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Playing defensive back, to me, is one of the hardest things to do in all of sports. You've got to be able to run with a world-class athlete who knows where he's going. You have no idea. You can't interfere with him. You can't touch him, or it's pass interference. That DB right there did an incredible job.
Robinson looking to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Excellent field position here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
On second down, wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Moving away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Up-tempo for the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Trying to get to him. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Robinson will throw. He's got an open man. Afterburner's coming. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he plows his way into the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Great starting point, takes it inside his own 25. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. The offense set for a first down play. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And here comes the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Going downfield for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Robinson looking to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. All the way in for the touchdown. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Straight ahead from inside his 25. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Huntsville. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with...
Oh, what vision! A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Looking to the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Robinson will throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. He's got it, and he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Line getting set on 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer.
He's going for a big play downfield. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. He'll start the return inside his 25. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Looking for a block. It's good. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Robinson looking to pass. That one comes out hot down the right side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. He caught it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without score. And it's caught. Touchdown. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Robinson will throw. Going for 6. It's caught. It's a touchdown. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
First and 10.
Line gets set, first down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's moving out of the pocket. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
At the 28. Second down coming up.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Allen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The punt team makes its way onto the field. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Running it back, it's good. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Quick pass on the jet motion. Fighting off the defender. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. Fires to the wideout. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And here comes the punt team.
All right, fans, let's make some noise. It's fourth down.
A low line drive and not his best work. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. The throw. Got it in the middle. It's Matthews. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense will try to strike on first and 10. He's looking to throw it. Now improvising. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Offense gets set for second down.
Second down coming up.
He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Escapes trouble. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Skips away from pressure. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? He'll set up to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit.
And the holder, a little trickery, and they flip it ahead. And the gamble works well enough. Maybe you look for the score on the fake field goal, but at least they got the first down. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Their throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Robinson looking to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Touch pass on the right. Moving past the 25. Off he goes. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Smashes through. And they'll knock him down in the backfield for a loss of yardage. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. This guy can throw it. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.